Technical issues, and so we're trying to get everything to work together so that everybody can be with us as much as possible. Those who are supposed to join us by Skype, we apologize, and we're trying to get everything together, get our act together here, but it takes quite a bit of doing sometimes to get everything coordinated. And we've got, because we're doing both Skype and YouTube and live feeds and things like that, we have a couple of computers running and video equipment. Our videographer Gary has purchased a lot of this out of his own pocket, and so that's why we're a little bit, because it's pretty expensive to do this, to undertake this endeavor for everybody, and he does this at no charge. So I appreciate Gary and Letty and everything that they do for the assembly and also for the class on Skype. But anyway, we sincerely apologize for all of that. We went to the Facebook live stream because of the problems with Skype, and so those of you who are able to view us, we hope that you're able to see. And the camera's not working with my computer because I didn't have time to download everything or whatever. I'm not the techie nerd anymore. But anyway, so quit laughing. Anyway, so I'm going to carry my laptop around with me, and y'all get to see my face and hear my voice and all of that good stuff. And
just make sure we don't see the.
So, anyway, Nora's being nasty. Anyway,
Ed, you're on here.
I'm on there. All right, so we're getting off of cool. So we're getting off of Facebook. Then we're going to jump off of Facebook back.
No, we're on Facebook.
We're on Facebook. Okay, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're jumping on Facebook.
Okay, so you have me on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'll get off of this Facebook because then we're like double doing it. Everybody's videotaping me. Okay, bye. Okay, are you there? Am I still there?
Yeah,
with you?
still there.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Good. I don't have to carry my laptop around. I'm free as a bird.
No.
Okay. How's the mic working? Is this mic with anybody?
It should work. Should be on.
Okay, so we do have vocabulary for tonight. I don't know how we're going to do what we're supposed to do tonight, but we do have vocabulary for tonight. Some of you should recognize the vocabulary. These are adjectives. Okay? So I'll help you out there, adjectives, but these are also, anybody recognize them?
Yes.
As
what?
As what? Yes. That was my question. As, you recognize them being, what are they? Adjectives, yes, not what. So what's the first word?
Yom.
Yom. So next one is day. The next one is
Rishon.
Rishon, which is
Day one.
Rishon.
You're close.
Having to do with
The next one is
Shani.
Sheni. The next is
Hold on. Shlishi.
Shlishi. The next is
Revi'i.
Revi'i. The next is
Hamishi.
Chamishi. The next is
Shishi.
Shishi. The next is
Shabbat.
Shabbat. Give that girl a slice of cake. No ice cream. So, do you recognize these terms now?
Yes.
So, what are they?
Well, I recognize some of these words from the liturgy. But what do you mean, what are they? The days?
Days of the week.
Days of the week. These are the days of the week. So, you would say Yom.
Yom Rishon.
Yom Rishon is Sunday. Okay. Yom Sheni is Monday. Yom Shlishi is Tuesday. Yom Revi'i is Wednesday. Yom Chamishi is Thursday. Yom Shishi is Friday. And Yom Shabbat. Okay? Yom Shabbat. the day of Sabbath, the day of Shabbat. What? Huh?
Don't listen to me today.
Okay, I will not listen to you today. Okay.
My mind's still little.
So, everybody? Okay, so you see Rishon.
Yes.
Everyone see Rishon. Okay, so give it to me.
Resh. I.
Now notice Rishon has an Aleph. The next one is Aleph, and Aleph is what?
Silent.
And notice this is one of the things we talked about before, that the Aleph occasionally has no vowel with it.
No vowel with it.
It's just there.
To
Okay?
add
It's just hanging out, yes. Okay, so there's no vowel. So the next is,
Vav is acting as an O.
because there's no
No
vowel in
vowel.
the machine, okay, so this is the O, and
And then Nun Sofi.
Nun Sofi, so Rishon. Everyone say Rishon.
Rishon.
Now, we would say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay? In Hebrew, they do not use these terms. Even in Spanish, como el domingo, el lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, y el sábado. Right? Okay? You notice that in English, it's very, very profound. It's out there. That Sunday. How do you spell Sunday?
S-U-N. Yes.
S-U-N-D-A-Y. Okay? So it's talking about what? This is the day of the sun. All right? The next day is what?
Monday.
Monday.
The lunar.
Lunes, right? The moon. Next day is?
Tuesday.
I forget what Tuesday is. The next day is?
Wednesday.
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 Technically, yes, we say we switch the N and the D, but technically it's Wednesday. Wednesday. Witness, yes. So.
You're supposed to witness on Wednesday?
No. Not about it. You can witness every day. Next one is
Thursday.
but it is actually
Thursday.
and the next is Friesens Day.
Friday, Fish Friday. Freakus Day. Freak, what, Mama?
Frienses Day.
That's the Norse goddess.
And then the final one is what?
Saturday.
Saturn's Day. Notice that they are all what?
To a pagan god. To a pagan god.
Gods.
Pagan gods, yes.
Pagan gods.
Saturn, Thor, Jupiter, these are the planets, the sun and the moon were all considered to be gods. By the Romans, by the Greeks, by all of those people, these were all considered to be deities, gods. And so this is all considered to be idolatry. Well, in Torah, Hashem said that you shall not do after their customs, nor shall you even allow their names to be upon your lips.
Oh.
Uh-oh, yes.
You're not supposed to be using the words.
Incorrect.
Oh, shoot.
Technically, we should not be calling people. Because now we're in this society where if you're talking to somebody, what are you
You're not
supposed
gonna know what
to do?
your Rishon is.
Right? Tell them, well, but see, okay, so in Hebrew, because of this, and because you're not supposed to be speaking the name of other gods, by the way, this is why many Jews, normative Jews, will not say the name Yeshua. They call him Yeshu. Okay? They don't finish his name. The reason? Because they believe that his name should be blotted out. So they don't mention his name, so they don't speak his name completely. So they leave off
So then it's not a nice thing to call him.
Correct. It's a derogatory, when they call him Yeshua, it's a derogatory term. Because they're leaving off the ayin. Okay? So, now, the Rabbi Ariel Cohen Oyoro speaks to this. He has a very interesting study concerning the fact that it is... Sorry, we're playing Mario Brothers in the back. But because that it's a fulfillment of prophecy, and that when Mashiach comes, the ayin will be put back into place. And by the way, we just finished our lesson on ayin in the Thursday class, in the beginners class. The letter ayin means what? Ayin means eyes, to see. Okay, so when they put the ayin back in, they will see Mashiach. Okay, so some really cool stuff there. But anyway, so instead of doing that, and you will hear this, in the scripture, instead of saying Sunday in Hebrew, in Israel, and in Orthodox communities, it is called Yom Rishon. First day. Okay? So what? In the Basra, in the Gospels, it says that when Yeshua arose from the dead, what day did he arise? What day was it? It was very early in the morning of Yom Rishon, is the way exactly that it says it, the first day. Because all the way back, this is the way they counted the days. It wasn't Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, Shabbat. This is the way they did it. Okay, so that gives you a hint as to what's ahead. So Rishon is first. Now this is why I tell you that these are adjectives. Why? Because what does an adjective do?
Describe.
It describes the noun. So what is the noun? Yom. So Yom Rishon. First day. Okay? So everyone say Yom Rishon.
Rishon.
First day. Now by the way, you need to write these down because by next week I want you to have them memorized. It's just Yom you know already, Yom is day, so it's just 7 words that you have to learn. Rishon, Sheni, Shlishi, Revi'i, Chamishi, Shishi, and Shabbat. You already know Shabbat, so actually you only have 6 words that you need to learn. Okay? 6 words. You're getting to the point where you should be able to start saying the days of the week. We all are, right? And
And I just got through telling her, we need to start speaking this.
Yep. Okay, that's what, sometimes I throw in Hebrew phrases when I'm teaching or whatever, and people come up to, what was that you said? What was that word you said? Speak English, please. So, anyway. The next one. Give it to me.
Shani, Shin. I, or I.
EI.
EI.
Yeah, reverse this.
No. Nun. I, extended with Y. Or
Okay.
zero.
So, this is Sheni, and that means
Second.
second.
Yom Shin. So then today would be Yom Revi.
Yes. So this is the term that is usually as Sunday. This was the term that is usually as Monday. Not usually, this is the term that is in that. So the next one would be for Tuesday. So Tuesday would be what?
Shlishi.
Shlishi. Everyone say Shlishi.
Shishi.
Say it again. Shlishi. 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 Okay, so give it to me.
Shin. The Shana makes it short.
Wait, short.
Lamed.
I,
connected with you. Shin,
I,
connected with you.
So, shli, she. And this means third. Okay? So let's do where we are. Yom Rishon, everyone. Yom Rishon. Yom Sheni. Yom Shlishi.
Yom Revi'i.
Rivi'i. Give it to me. Everyone say Rivi'i. 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 Okay? So give it to me.
Reish,
The shadow makes it short.
Wow.
Sorry,
Wait.
Wait. Beat. I connected with the youth. Ayin is silent.
silent.
So
I.
I connected with the youth again.
So Rivi'i.
There's a lot of E's.
Rivi'i. Yes. So everyone say it again. Rivi'i.
Revi'i.
And this is. So let's do it. Ready? Yom Rishon. Yom Sheni. Yom Shlishi. Yom Revi'i. Okay? Next one.
Harishi.
Chamishi. Chamishi. Everyone. Chamishi. Chamishi. Again. Chamishi. Chamishi. Okay, give it to me.
Hey, H.
It's a heh,
It's a hit. Hey.
but it's short.
Mem. I connected with you. Shin. I connected with you.
So
Chamishi.
Chamishi. Chamishi. And this is fifth. So what you're saying is first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day. Okay, here we go. Ready? Yom Rishon. Yom Sheni. Yom Shlishi. Yom Revi'i. Yom Chamishi. Okay? Next one?
Shishi.
Shishi. This would be. Okay? Shishi. Give it to me.
Shishi.
Everyone say shishi.
Shishi.
This is not a hard one. This would be one of the easiest ones you can learn. All right? Shishi. Shishi. Like sushi, but shishi. Shishi.
Shishi.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Anyway, shishi. All right, give it to me. S-H-I.
I,
Can I do with you? Shin.
I,
Okay, so shishi. Everyone say shishi.
Shishi.
And shishi means
six,
she means six. So again, Yom Rishon, everyone. Yom Rishon. Yom Sheni. Yom Shlishi. Yom Revi'i. Yom Chamishi. Yom Shishi. And the last one is
Yom
Shabbat.
Yom Shabbat.
there. Missing the congregation there. Yom Shabbat. Give it to me.
Shin,
Shin. A. Beit. B. A.
eight,
Tav.
Shabbat. And the dagesh doubles the B.
Shabbat.
When you're spelling it, when you're transliterating to English, the dagesh, the dot here, doubles the bait. Shabbat, to make sure you're hitting it hard. It's a hard Shabbat, hard dagesh, Shabbat. And Shabbat means
seven,
so it comes from the word Sheva, which means 7. We have the word Shavu,
Like Shavuot, like
yes, like Shavuot. Shavuot is
weeks.
weeks. So Shavu, Shavua is week.
Shavuot.
Shavuot. Literally, Shavuot means sevens. From Shiva, 7. So Shavuot is sevens. It's literally, we understand it to be what? Because when it says 7, usually that is brought down to a week, 7 days. And Shavuot, because it's plural, ot, means weeks. Okay? So here we go. Ready? Again. Yom Rishon, Yom Sheni, Yom Shlishi, Yom Revi'i, Yom Chamishi, Yom Shishi, Shabbat. No Yom.
Oh, no Yom Shabbat?
Now when you're doing the days of the week.
So Shabbat is
Usually not. Yes, usually you just say Shabbat. Everybody knows what Shabbat is. Okay? So, in a sense, in Hebrew, to say Yom Shabbat is, now you will occasionally see it or hear it, Yom Shabbat, the day of Sabbath. Okay? But usually we just say what? It's Shabbat. Today is Shabbat. We don't say Yom Shabbat. Now on the rest of them, you would say, for the first day, for Sunday, you would say Yom Rishon. Hayom Yom Rishon. Hayom, by the way, is how you say today.
Okay. So when in the liturgy in the morning, the Shabbat, Uvayom Hashvili Shabbat Vayom Hash. Okay.
Okay, so Hayom,
The day.
which means the day, okay? Literally it means the day, but this is the way in Hebrew that you say today. Hayom. So if you were saying, I'm going to the store today, you would say, I'm going to the store, Hayom. I'm going the day, this day. Okay? So, Hayom. So to say that today is Sunday, we would say, Hayom Yom Rishon. Hayom Yom Rishon. Today, Hayom is today. Everybody with me? Hayom, today.
Today.
Yom Rishon. Sunday. There is no is, remember, so it's simply Hayom Yom Rishon. Today is Sunday. Okay? Hayom Yom Sheni. Today is Monday. Hayom Yom Shlishi. Today is Tuesday. Hayom Yom Revi'i. Today is Wednesday. Hayom Yom Chamishi. Today is Thursday. Hayom Yom Shishi. Today is Friday. Hayom Shabbat. Today is Shabbat. Everybody see how that works? So you see how all of these, they're acting as days of the week, but they are in principle what?
Describing.
They're numbers, but they're what? This is the noun, so these are what? They're the descriptor. They're the adjective. Everyone say adjective, because they're telling you which one. They're telling you which. They're separating, they're giving you definition, describing.
I was wondering why they were familiar. I know we've done them before, but because in the, right now, for the counting of the owner, after the blessing, then you do the count. So Hayom, Shloshim, Yom, Shehim, Arba'a, Shavuot, Usheni, Yamim, Ba'omer, Gebura, Shebecho. So it gives you the, today is 30 days, which is 4 weeks and 2 days to be over. Night within majesty. So I was like, why do they sound familiar?
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, that's why.
Because they're giving you numbers.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. So in giving you that, we're going to go back to the adjectives. Everybody have this? Everybody have this?
Yes.
Miss Wall here.
See, we had a surprise birthday party. But we already
Would
partied.
you like to say anything live?
There. I really want that
So we have 3 types of adjectives. Three types of adjectives. In other words, 3 ways in which adjectives may be used. The first type is called attributive. The second is called predicative. And the third is called substantive. So these are the 3 ways that adjectives can be used, or the 3 types of adjectives. The attributive, this is what we would classify perhaps as the normal, or the most usual, the most common way. And this would be let's see. This would be attributive. This is the most common way. Okay? Blackbird. Telling you what?
The bird is black.
Very good. Or a species, right? There's the blackbird. So, we can use a, or we can use the blackbird. Okay? Notice that in the attributive, the adjective is where? Before the noun. Here's the adjective, and it's first. This is the adjective. This is the noun. And it is second. And in English, this is the way we use the noun, the attributive adjective. By the way, notice what is the root to attributive? Attribute. So when we talk about the sephirah, or the sephirot, in dealing with the tree of life, when we talk about the sephirot, in dealing with the tree of life, we're talking, or we call them, we translate that word sephirah as attribute. Saying what? we are giving to Hashem definition, description. But remember that these attributes, because we are created, B'Tselem Elohim, we are created in the image of God, meaning what? These attributes are also within us. This is the image by which we are created, in which we are created. That we have these attributes. Saying what? We're all in Malchut. We all have the ability of Yesod, of Netzach, of Hod, of Tiferet, of Chesed, of Geburah, of Da'at, of Chokhmah, of Bina, of Keter. We all have these abilities. It doesn't mean that we all use them.
Okay.
For some of us, apparently,
So the potential.
yes, you have the potential. For many of us, the switch is turned off. And the whole purpose of Judaism and the whole purpose of studying and coming to understand the tree of life is to turn the switch back on. Okay, somebody threw your switch, and so now we got to turn it back on. Okay? Or as we like to say, Margaret unplugged.
Some switches is better to keep it on.
Some switches are better to keep off. But not the switches of the Sefirot. These are the switches we need to have on. It's the other switches we need to switch off. Okay? Remember that there is a good tree of life as well as what? There's a bad tree. Remember, there's the tree of life as well as the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay? Both have their attributes. Both have their attributes. So what happens is when you're on one tree, you're switching those attributes on, you're switching the other ones off. But when you jump branches, like los changuitos, when you jump the branch, right? Swinging by the tail and you jump the branch, what happens? You switch those attributes off and you switch these on.
Is it possible to be on both?
Is it possible to be on both? Yes, it is.
Because it feels like that's nice.
You're hanging on to both of them. The idea is to cut the branches to this one, hang on to this one for dear life. Okay? So, in other words, what? We'll become tree huggers. Okay? We'll become tree huggers anonymous. We're going to hold on to this tree for all of our life. Okay? So to say that, to tell you that attribute gives definition to, defines, gives term to, gives understanding to. So as in the attributes of the tree of life helps us to understand Hashem. So the attributive noun helps us to understand the noun. It gives definition, clarity to the noun. By the way, one of the things that we learned in our Judaism 101 classes last week, just to bring everything together, because I like to tie everything together so you see how it works. We were talking this week, this past Shabbat, in our Judaism 101 class, about this very act of defining God. That as we define God, He becomes more clear to us. As we attribute to Him the Sefirot, as we attribute to Him Chesed, Gervurah, Chokhmah, Bina, as we define Him, as we give Him these things, say that He's merciful, He is strong, He is kind, He's this, He's that, the more clear He becomes to us, the less infinite He is. Why? Infinite means what? Without boundary. Have I put a boundary on this bird?
Yes.
By defining him, have I put a boundary on this bird? Yes, I have. Because what? This bird, if it is a black bird, it cannot be this. It is this.
Okay, say that again because I think I'm confused.
Okay, so the more we define him in finite terms, the less infinite he becomes. This is the idea of tzimtzum, that he's moving himself out of the way to make room. So that the more clear he becomes, the less infinite he is. Because by nature I have already, if he is infinite, what does infinite mean?
He's without.
Without boundaries, in any fashion, in any form, in any way, in any manner. He is without definition. I cannot define God. There's no way for me to define Him to you. The minute I begin to define Him, He loses the infiniteness. Not that He becomes finite, because as we ended up, you need to watch the video as we ended up. He is so awesome and so powerful that He, even though He limits Himself, He's limitless. But the moment I give the bird a definition, a description, what? It closes out all of the birds. It has to be this bird. You see what I'm saying? So I use the Aesop fable of the 10 blind men trying to figure out an elephant. How does a blind man figure out an elephant? With his hands. So they bring these 10 men to the elephant to show them what the elephant, so that they can see what the elephant is like, what an elephant looks like. And the first blind man grabs the elephant's trunk. And how is the trunk? Like this. So the first blind man says, well, I perceive that the elephant is like a giant snake, because he has the trunk. They take the second blind man and they put him at the leg. How is the leg? Big, tall, and round. So he feels it and he puts his arm around it and he says, well, I perceive that the elephant is like a tree. Why? How is a tree? They took the next blind man and they gave him the side, the stomach, the side. And he's there and he's feeling the side and he says, I perceive that the elephant is like a giant wall. They took the next blind man and they gave him the tail. And how is the tail? Short, with whisks on it, right? Are you with me? Stay with me. Short, with whisks on it, and swishing back and forth. And so he says, I perceive that the elephant is like a broom. They took a blind man and they took him to the elephant's ear. And how is the ear? How's the ear of an elephant? Big and what? Real thin and flappy. And he said, I perceive that the elephant is like a banana leaf. So the question is this, who's right and who's wrong?
They're all right.
They're all right, and yet they're all wrong. How are they all right and they are wrong? Because this aspect of the elephant, yes, it's like a snake, but the whole elephant is not like a snake. This aspect is like a tree, but not the whole elephant. So they're only able to give to you what is revealed to them, right? I perceive. Why? Because this is what is revealed. So if you say that God is like this, and you leave it there, you're like the blind man, trying to understand the elephant. And then do they have any knowledge, any understanding of what's going on inside the elephant? The heart, the lungs, the intestines, the stomach, and all of those kinds of things. Do they have any concept of this? No. So it is with Hashem. Okay? So, the moment I give clarity, which bird, I have done what? I've done away with all other birds. So the moment you take an attribute and you apply it to what is infinite, you in fact make it less. You lessen it. Now this is a hard thing for us to conceive, but understand, this is the price that Hashem is willing to pay for our existence. This is the whole idea of tzimtzum, to make room for us. How does something that is infinite make room for the finite? If it's infinite, it is boundless. Then where do I exist? Because see, technically, if something is infinite, there's no room for anything else. It is only that. Ibi, we're having class. So, the attributive This is an attributive adjective. Notice that it always comes before the noun. Okay? Because it is specifically direct, it is directly describing the noun. In Hebrew, the attributive will be reversed. So that you would say, bird black. So this is one of the ways that you know that this adjective is attributive. So the noun comes first, and the adjective comes second. Now all of the rules apply that we gave to you last week. That the noun and the adjective must agree in person, in number, and in gender. It must agree. So if the noun is plural, if the noun is singular, the adjective is singular. If the noun is plural, it is plural. If the noun is male, then the adjective must be male. If the noun is female, then the adjective must be female. Okay? So it must match. It must match also in definiteness. What saying, if I have the definite article in front of the noun, the definite article, the word the, in Hebrew is the word ha. Find this. The Hebrew word ha, or the prefix ha, the, then it must also come in front of the adjective. It must match in everywhere. And this is the attributive. And this is the most common way that we would see nouns. This is where we would see nouns. The second form, and so let me give you what was one of our, let's give you the first word that we had today. Yom. Yom Rishon. Okay, now we're going this way, remember. So, where's the first word?
Yom.
Yom. This is the first word. And which word is it?
Day.
But
The noun.
this is the noun. Now what do we have?
Rishon.
Rishon. And this is the second word, which is the adjective. So the adjective follows Yom Rishon. So in English, if you translated that directly, exactly, specifically, it would be day first. Yom Rishon. Day second, day third, day fourth, day fifth, day sixth. So Yom Rishon. Noun, adjective. Everybody with me? Any questions? Puzzlements? Confusion? Clear as mud? Clear as chocolate pudding? All right. The second noun is called the second adjective is called the predicative adjective. Everyone say predicative. And that one said everyone. Predicative, everyone. Predicative. Why is it called predicative? Because it is based on the word predicate. This noun, this adjective is found in the predicate part of the sentence. What do we mean predicate? Well, the predicate in English follows. There are two parts of the sentence. The first part is called the subject. Usually consisting of a noun and its modifiers. Then the second part of the sentence is called the predicate. And this usually consists of the verb, its modifiers, direct objects, prepositions, prepositional phrases, and those kinds of things will be found in the predicate, in the second part of the sentence. So this is the first part, this is the second part. So let me tell you that Hebrew grammar does not work exactly that way. Sometimes it's this way and sometimes it's that way. Sometimes the subject is first and the predicate is second, such as in English. Sometimes the predicate comes first and the subject comes second. So for we English speakers, it makes it sometimes a little more puzzling to figure out what exactly, to whom exactly is he speaking. So, a predicative adjective is an adjective that is found in the predicate. Say what? It is an adjective that is found in the second part. Usually describing the subject noun. It's usually describing the subject noun. So, what am I saying? I'm saying we gave you the attributive, which was what? Blackbird. Now, we would say this. This is how you would say this in English. This is a predicative adjective. The adjective describing the noun is not next to the noun, rather it is in the predicate of the sentence. And notice that you have what in between? A verb. And actually this verb here, this type of verb here is called a linking verb. Why would it be called a linking verb? Because it's connecting the two. It is linking these two. Not difficult, is it? And yet we struggled with this in 7th and 8th grade. Okay? Are some of these terms coming back to you a little bit? No? Some of you were sleeping in class.
No,
Some
Some of us were skipping school, I see.
of us took journalism, we did that, didn't we? It's so long.
So a predicative in English is going to have a linking verb in between. A predicative adjective is going to have a linking verb, which is, a linking verb is from the family of verbs to be. As in, I am, you are, she is, he is, I was, you were, they were, he was, okay? So these are all the family of verbs of to be, are the linking verbs. So I can say in past tense, I can say I was cold. I was cold. Cold is defining me, correct? So this is what? Adjective. This is what? Noun. It's in what form? Subject form. It's the subject. I am the subject of the sentence. I'm the topic being spoken of. I'm talking about myself. Okay? I'm the topic being spoken of. This is the linking verb. Why? What am I saying? I'm saying about myself. I am giving definition concerning myself. Here in the past tense. So you can say, the cat was fat. The dog was fast. Or you can say it in the attributive. How would you say that in the attributive? The dog was fast or what?
Fast dog.
The fast dog. I was cold or what?
It's
Cold me. The cat was fat or what?
cat.
The money is green. You see how that works? So we're going from predicative to attributive, from attributive to predicate. If I said green money, you will say what? Put it in predicate. Money is green. If I were to say sour orange, you would say. If I were to say red apple, you would say. If I were to say good Shabbat, you were to say.
Excellent Shabbat.
Excellent Shabbat. I stand corrected. So you see how this is working. Okay? Except, now we're going to close here tonight, except in Hebrew. In Hebrew, the predicate state can come before the subject or after the subject. Therefore, the predicate adjective can be either before or after the noun.
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. And it would be filled in English if you're translating it to English. Let's see. Let me find a phrase for you. So I could say, one second. Okay, give me this word.
Ish.
Ish.
Ish tov.
Ish tov. Okay, so ish means man and tov means good. So here's the first, right? Right?
Yes.
And then, so ish is what?
The noun.
Now, tov is
The adjective.
second, and it is
The
the adjective. So what we're saying now is that this could actually be either attributive or predicative. It could be either one. You don't know which it is. Ish tov, ish means man. Tov means good. So I would say a good man. Now, if it is attributive, one of the way that you can tell whether it is attributive or not is if I said this. Ha'ish. If it is followed with the definite article on the adjective, it must be attributive.
Because it's talking about a certain man.
Because it's talking about the man, the good man.
Specific man.
Mm-hmm. The man, the good. Or I would say In proper English, what? The good man. So this is an attributive adjective. Now, if it is a predicative adjective, it will not take the definite article. Ever. If it is in the predicate, this is why you will sometimes see adjectives without the definite article. Because it's telling you that it's actually in the predicative. So I could say, Ha'ish tov. Ha'ish tov. Which would say, instead of saying the man done good, which would tell you that it's attributive, if I simply say Ha'ish tov, without Chatov, Ha'ish tov, if I say Ha'ish tov, then I'm telling you that it is in the predicative. How would I translate that? How do you translate the predicative?
With the linking verb?
With what?
A linking
With
verb.
a linking verb, which is from the family to be. Okay, so I would say what?
The man is good.
The man is good.
When the man was.
Or will be good. Maybe not. So this is the predicative. You see, there's the noun, which is in the subject. And now you have the linking verb. And now you have a predicative adjective. The thing is this, in English we have the linking verb, correct? The family to be. In Hebrew you don't have the family to be. There is no is, I am, you are, she was, he was. There are no linking verbs like that. So you'll notice that what? Ha'ish, this is the subject, tov is the predicate, there's no linking verb. It is simply Ha'ish tov, the man good. So whether it is an attributive adjective or it is a predicative adjective, in this style, in this formula, it reads the same. The man good, the man good. Okay? Now to say that it was attributive, what? I have to put the he in there. Ha'ish tov. That is attributive. The good man. Otherwise, I'm saying Ha'ish tov, predicative, the man, parentheses, is good. Now the thing about the predicative is this, that the predicative adjective can go in either place. The attributive must go after, must follow the noun, because the predicate can come before or after. So also the predicative adjective can come before the noun or after the noun. So I can say Ha'ish tov, or I can say tov Ha'ish. Good is the man, is the way that would be translated directly into English. Everybody got that?
Yes.
Questions?
No.
Okay, next week we will talk, huh?
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow, after you've got a clear head. Next week we will take up the substantive. Substantive is very easy. We'll get further than that. Substantive is actually very easy. It's where an adjective can be used as a noun. As in a single word sentence, a single word statement. Old. How is your mother? Well. Hungry. Thirsty. Okay? Just that single statement. So that is called substantive. That it gives it substance. It gives it concreteness in effect. It makes it the subject or gives it a noun quality. All right. So we'll close with the grammar there. We'll take 5. We will not have a long tree of life tonight.